Hello friends, Lee here from TableTop Bong. Thanks for joining me. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about 5 of my favorite mid-level vaporizers. I'm a big fan of mid-level vaporizers, and I think they offer a really good opportunity. When you get to this level of vaporizer, there's not that much further that you're going with the high-end vaporizers. So these vaporizers, in my opinion, offer some tremendous value. They're really good quality, well-built vaporizers, all with their own personality that will offer you years of service, right? So this is what's really cool about these vaporizers. And I'll explain something else as we go through this video that is really cool, a cool opportunity with these vaporizers. So, if you're coming into the dry herb vaping market, or, you currently have an entry-level vape and you're thinking, okay, it's time for an upgrade. It's time for that next step. Which way am I going to go? Am I going to go right to the top? Am I going to grab something like a Mighty Plus or a Tiny Mite 2 or something like that? Or am I going to look in this mid-level and not spend quite as much money? So if it was me, what I would be doing with this is I would be looking at this tier of vaporizer. And then I would be adding one of these, a Dynavap, to the equation, so that you have 2 different vaporizers that work very differently and will give you a very different buzz. So think about this for a minute. If you look at this tier of vaporizer versus the top tier, and you add this in, you're getting 2 vaping experiences. What's the point though? Why do you want that? Well, what I understand about tolerance, when you use the same vaporizer all the time, and you vape the same weed all the time, let's say, you'll develop a tolerance to it, right? That's what people are used to as tolerance. Well, if you take that same vaporizer and that same weed, and then you mix in another vaporizer, and then you start to change the temperatures that you're vaping on. If you do this and make this small adjustment to your vaping, all of a sudden now you're not going to have that same problem with tolerance. So it offers a really good opportunity to vary your experience by adding in something that's not overly expensive, like this Dynavap. When you pick up one of these mid-level vapes, and you're going to be at the same kind of price point as if you're looking at something like a Mighty Plus or a Tiny Mite 2, right? So, all right, let's talk about what's super cool about these mid-level vaporizers. So first, we'll just start right down here with the Planet of the Vapes Lobo. This thing is a compact, look at how gorgeous this is, right? And it comes with a dimple glass mouthpiece like this, but then you can get cool add-on pieces like this blue dimple glass mouthpiece, super cool. And then like water pipe adapters. This has a replaceable rechargeable 18650. Pop the top off. It's magnetic on a track system, so it's really easy to operate, really easy. You're not clicking and fighting with it. It's super simple. And inside here is a nice wide titanium bowl. I really like that about this vaporizer. It's USB-C charge, right? So like it has everything that you need in a vaporizer, and it has that nice titanium bowl. You know what? I'm just going to, now that I've already spoken about this, why not? We'll get that mouthpiece out and we'll put the water pipe adapter in, and we'll just use this to rip a bowl while I talk about the rest of the vaporizers. So this has, pretty fast heat up time, which you're going to see, and it is really nice running it in the bong. So we'll run this on 420 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to drop it in the bong. TableTop Bong Galaxy Black with the new hand-blown heady glass 4-hole stem in it. All right, like I said, we're going to run at 420, but we'll just let that heat up for a minute. And next, we'll look at the Angus. This is the upgraded version of the Angus, which is the 1.5. So in here, this is a radiant glass heating system, or it's like a ball vape, right? Like it has the 3mm rubies in here on top of a halogen light bulb. So the halogen light bulb lights up, it heats up those glass beads, and that's your heat source for this. Super, super cool with dual replaceable, removable 18650s and USB-C charge. This only has this has 5 presets versus individual temperatures, but it covers all the proper temperatures that you're going to want. So, this is it's a very meaty, big, cool looking vaporizer that delivers some really tasty high-end, hard-hitting vapor without having to go to the very top end of the spectrum. Next, we have the Vape Legacy Pro. This is the special edition steampunk. But the Vape Legacy Pro, it is proven to be an absolutely fabulous conduction mostly vape. Of course, it's a hybrid, but it is conduction leaning, meaning it is absolutely fabulous flavor, super cool fashion, replaceable, rechargeable 18650. Just look inside here, that gold plated bowl. This thing is absolutely beautiful, right? So, who's this for? This is for somebody who wants a really contemporary, cool looking vape and is on the go an awful lot. You can get a water pipe adapter for it, making it bong friendly at that point. It's not quite as easy to use if you're using a whip hose water pipe adapter, so you do want to consider adding on the actual water pipe adapter that AirVape offers with that vaporizer. And right beside that, we have the Arizer Air Max. What a great option, for that. If you want to sit back and sip on your vape and you want all kinds of flavor. Speaking of sipping on your vape and all kinds of flavor, let's hit this Lobo. I'm going to just go ahead and put this Lobo, put it through its paces through this bong, because I'm kind of feeling like that. Cheers. No shortage of vapor with this Lobo. You can really, really push it. So next we have, as I was saying here, the Arizer Air Max. This thing, it's a flavor beast, right? If you're sitting back, you want to sit back and sip on your vape. It's not all about the huge clouds like I was just ripping there. It's more about the flavor experience for you. If you're a medicinal user and you want to, reach a particular temperature and release an exact terpene, and you don't want to damage that terpene, this is a great option with the glass path extraction. Really, really awesome vaporizer for the price point. See that Lobo just crank up the vapor output. Wow, it's a huge amount of vapor, but it cranks right up when as I'm drawing on it, right? The longer the draw, the more this thing just cranks right up. And then beside it we have the Healthy Rips, the Rogue. This thing is also, being a mid-range vaporizer, this thing is a beast. It offers convection vaporization for the most part. A little bit of radiant or conduction, but, primarily convection. Super tasty. Comes with a travel mouthpiece, silicone cover, dimpled glass mouthpiece, plus all of these other pieces, like the Lobo does with the water pipe adapters and the bubblers. Speaking of which, cheers. Yeah, really, really nice. So the true opportunity here, if you're considering a high-end vape and you think about adding in a Dynavap, and just a little torch lighter, you don't have to go, to the induction heater right away. You can add this in later, but this particular one, it's only, around 100 US for this YLL Vape induction heater 2.0. So, you can really then take your Dynavap to the next level and grow your collection, grow as you learn, what you like. You can add more things in, and this will help you expand your collection a little bit quicker, by adding in 2 pieces versus 1. So I just wanted to go through these really quickly and talk about the personalities of these vaporizers, because, they really offer an absolute awesome value without spending the absolute top amount of money on a handheld vaporizer. So there you go. That's my 2 cents. I just thought I would talk about that and maybe offer a perspective that you hadn't considered before, allowing you to get more out of your vaping experience. And especially this, I just want to say before we wrap this up real quick here. If you're new to the vaping experience, having more than one vaporizer at your disposal will be a helpful and a handy thing. It gives you more to focus on, and it gives you more to keep you interested in the beginning. It is a transition period when you leave incinerating and come into vaping. It takes time to get used to it, and once you're used to it, you're so happy you did it, and you won't want to go back. I assure you of that. But for the transition period, certainly having, a quality mid-range vaporizer and something like this new Titanium M from Dynavap, right? Super cool finish on this, right? It'll keep you happy, keep you interested in what you're doing, and certainly keep you well medicated. All right, my friends, thank you very much for watching. I hope that this helped you and that you got something out of this video. Until next time, take care.